The fifth and final stage of the Skoda Tour de Luxembourg would take the riders on a 178-kilometre ride from Mersch to the nation's capital of Luxembourg. And Matthias Jensen looking relaxed in the yellow jersey as he prepared for the biggest day of his cycling career. Group of four out front in the early stages: Felix Gall for AG Tour, Citroën, Sander Arme for Cofidis, Pierre Rolland from B&B Hotels, and Joel Nicolau from Caja Rural, hoping to secure the Mountains title. And the Trek Segafredo's squad on the front en masse to protect the interests of the overall race leader. It was Joel Nicolau who would lead over the top of two of the four categorized climbs of the day. None of the other riders in the breakaway a close challenger to him in that King of the Mountains title, and he secured that victory and collected that jersey to head back to Spain. The peloton in pursuit, never really letting the breakaway group off the leash to any great extent. The fast-moving peloton making plans for a finale that included 2 laps of just over 11 kilometres of a finishing circuit, including a 900-metre ramp inside the final 2 kilometres. Rolland leading the group as Nicolau headed back to the sanctuary of the peloton. His work done in securing that red and white jersey through 3 appearances in the breakaway in 5 days of racing. Rolland, his second day in the break as he's pursuing the first victory of the season. Tight right-hander on the approach to Luxembourg and catching out 1 or 2 riders. The road furniture, Jason Osborne amongst them, the rider from Alpecin to Koenig, one of 4 riders coming to grief on that right-hander, fortunately without serious injury to any of the riders. Through the finish line, the first time of asking, there were bonus seconds on offer for the riders in the breakaway. None of these riders are threats to Skelmos Jensen in his pursuit of overall glory. The advantage of the 3 breakaway riders, a little more than a minute with more than 20 kilometres remaining, and that tough climb in the concluding moments of each of those final laps in a familiar stage in Luxembourg. The counter-attacks coming from the main peloton to try and bridge the gap to the leaders up front. Bastien Tranchant, the 20-year-old from AG Tour Citroën, trying to make his way up front to join his teammate Felix Gall. But the peloton remaining ever vigilant under the efforts of the Trek Segafredo squad, closing down Tranchant. Indeed, Felix Gall it was that had left his breakaway companions to be the last man standing. His advantage less than half a minute with still 1 full lap of the finishing circuit to complete. The pursuit behind had served to thin out the group, and the bunch was much reduced in number as they headed out and got the bell. Skelmos Jensen remaining vigilant. Kevin Vauquelin just 3 seconds down on general classification, and with bonus seconds on the line at the finish line, 10, 6 and 4 for the first 3 over the line. He needed to be aware of every threat, and Valentin Madoua it was who kicked it off inside the final 1500 metres. The rider from Groupama FDJ drawing Kevin Genietz, the local rider, and his teammate clear of the field, along with Skelmos Jensen, the yellow jersey, and Vauquelin in that white jersey, looking to try and overhaul that 3-second deficit. It all came down to the finishing sprint. Skelmos Jensen leading it out. Valentin Madoua overtaking the yellow jersey on the run to the line to take his second victory of the week. Skelmos Jensen just about hanging on for second place. Third place, Kevin Vauquelin, and Kevin Genietz in 4th place. The overhead just showing how close it was ultimately in the battle for overall honours. Vauquelin just missing out. Victory would have ensured the title. Instead, he had to make do with 3rd and ultimately 2nd on general classification, as Matthias Skelmos Jensen proved to be the strongest across the balance of the week. So Madoua takes his second victory of the week, the 5th of his racing career, and heads to the World Championships on fine form. Finish line photographs show just how close it was for 2nd and 3rd. Ultimately, though, Vauquelin needed the victory. Stage honours going to Valentin Madoua of Groupama FDJ, taking a 2nd successive victory in the final stage of Skoda Tour de Luxembourg. Now the overall honours going to Matthias Skelmos Jensen, his first pro victory coming on stage 4, his second coming with overall success the following day. Matthias Skalmos Jensen, 5 seconds clear of Kevin Vokala. Valentin Madua, his final flourish, moving him up to third.